Hey, Pony. And of course, my work would not be complete without that. As we all know at this point. Aw, that's not good. I've been seeing your art though lately. It's so good. And by lately, I mean when I decide to log into Facebook. Which is rare because I hate Facebook. Like, I like it enough to go read other people's personal business that they decided they're putting on Facebook, but I don't give a shit about it otherwise. Right? Like, most of it's just drama, and I'm like, I don't know you, I don't know what's going on, but let me get the popcorn ready. Meet me in the club. It's going down. That type of shit. Right? And that's all the like, and specifically the way you wrote that, that's literally what's been happening lately, and I'm like, I don't even know. I don't even know right now. Although, just saying though, if I had free money, I would have totally bought like all of your sketches again. Because like, I bought that one and it came out really nice, and I'm like, I want that more. But that involves having money, which I don't have, so eh. Nah, not really. Maybe a little. We totally should. We totally should. I will always enjoy collabing with you. You do, and then you're like, I don't know what that is. It's okay, Pony. I love you. It's not like we don't have time eventually, right? Oh god, I wish there was something I could do with that on YouTube, but there is not. They're just like, stop spam, and I'm just like, you're dumb, go sit down. Welcome to YouTube, where being a human being and having a conversation with someone who's streaming is apparently a bad thing. Like, honestly, the shit's ridiculous. Right? Because God forbid you're having a conversation. Just, YouTube irritates me. Yeah, that's a good question. I wish I could answer that. It's, ugh. It's YouTube, what can I say? That, I would watch you if I knew when you were going to do it. But I don't. So you're like, and like I'll go on Facebook and it'd be like, I was streaming, and I'm like, fuck. God damn it. I've been here for 6 months and I still have to do mental math every time I think of someone else's fucking time zone. Because I'm 2 hours behind where I used to be, time zone wise. So they're like, yeah, it's 7 or whatever EST, and I'm like, cool, fuck. I'm not EST anymore. OBS isn't difficult. Depending on what platform you're gonna do it with, you can look up like the best settings for that, which unless you're going to do multiple platforms like I have, in which case set it up for one, because setting it up for both makes them both look like shit. Because I actually have like 4 set, like I multi-stream to 2 primarily. I could do it to 4, but laziness mostly. And Picardo's dead, or my Picardo channel is dead, I should say. But yeah, multi-stream and all that. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I have quite the little community going on Mixer so far, and I enjoy those that come in and hang out and stuff. I mean, not to say that I don't on any of the other ones, but Mixer is primarily where everyone hangs out and with me and stuff on Tuesdays and Fridays, unless it's like unless it's like earlier this week when I was so angry I was like, I'm not doing that to people. And the short version on that is I made adopts for someone a while back. Like, they weren't custom, she owns the species, and I was asked to make adopts for it. Now mind you, I'm not an idiot, and after the conversation that I have, hey Positive Gecko, welcome to my stream. Oh my god, that thing is so cute. I feel like that's like a pork bun or something, and it's adorable. But after the conversation that I had with this person, well, it wasn't even a conversation, she tried to demand money from me, which she was not entitled to, because the original deal that was made and was told to me never dictated that the adopts were split payment, or I would have sent her money. And on top of that, the adopts were made 2 months ago, and never once in 2 months did she mention that I owed her money. So I'm not gonna you're not getting money out of me, is the bottom line. And no amount of you coming at me sideways is gonna change that fact. But I think she realized with my message, because, okay, I'm 27 years old. I don't have time for no high school drama bullshit, first off. Second of all, no one's gonna come at me fucking sideways and think that they're gonna get anything from me. That is not how I work. And she must have, from the tone of the message that I replied to her with, understood this fact, because she was like, oh no, I was just asking a question. No, you didn't just ask a question. You came at me sideways thinking that you were going to get something from me, like I was going to be bowed underneath your quote-unquote might. Honey, I'm so much meaner than you think I am, and I'm not afraid to show it to you if you're going to act like an asshole. Because I, like every other fucking human being on the planet, does not deserve to be talked down to because you think you're superior. I don't think of myself as superior. I think of myself deal with people's bullshit. And that's how I live my life. Story time complete. And even with that, I can be a nice person, and for the most part, most people think of me as that. I don't know why. I really don't. I'm really not as nice as everyone thinks I am. And I mean, that's great and all. I can be nice. For the most part, I am nice. But it only takes that 1 millisecond of you being a dick for that to change. And just, it all goes downhill from there. I've learned over time, right? I've learned over time that there's no point in remaining a nice person when people think that they can walk all over you and treat you however the fuck they want to. That's not a thing with me. You may not like me, and I couldn't care less if you did or not, but I at least, I like every other person on the fucking planet, I should at least have respect. Is the bottom line there. Whether you like me or not, I'm a human being the same as you are. And if you can't respect my whatever, then get on somewhere. Hell no. And that's the one thing about you, Pony, that I'm glad for, because of our mutual former friend. And I say friend extremely loosely. Because that's why she and I aren't friends anymore. 1, because she did that shit to you. And 2, because she thought she could walk all over me and make me do whatever the fuck she thought I should do. Yeah. And it's just people like that particular person who make nice people not want to be nice people anymore. And Pony's probably one of the sweetest women I know. So that was a huge thing to me. But I do remember this. And I do appreciate when you came to me and you're like, yeah, hey, you know, shit's going down or whatever, and, you know, I don't want you to get in the middle of it, because I had zero intention of getting in the middle of it. Nobody's going to tell me who I can and cannot be friends with. And she tried that, and that wasn't the thing, and I told her to go fuck herself, so. I don't know my own mom doesn't tell me what to do, okay? We've had this conversation, but I wasn't putting up with that, so, yeah. And I can't say it was a great loss considering who we're talking about. If anything, I'd say it would be the great gain of freedom away from that. Right, I've never and never will do that to people. Because, like, if you do that, you're a fucking asshole. You don't have to like whoever it is. Just don't make people choose between you and another person. Because I'm sorry. About the time somebody does that to me, it's like, you ain't worth it, bye. Because there's no one on this fucking planet that's going to be worth anything to me. Like, my boyfriend wouldn't even do that. Because even he knows that's a dick fucking thing to do. Just, ugh. The audacity. Thanks, Positive Gecko, for the follow. Welcome to the asylum. Congratulations on becoming an inmate. The resident... I'm sorry. Resident Butcher actually here. And thank you very much for the host. This is the power couple of hours where I sit and paint and talk shit. That's a joke. But, yeah, no, I am as well. I'm pretty done with all that too. If you are new to my channels, understand that I am also streaming to Mixer if you're on YouTube, and YouTube if you're on Mixer. So if I have a conversation and you can't see who I'm talking to, that's probably why. I don't think you can do it on YouTube. I could be wrong. I also don't do that on YouTube. But on Mixer, you can host another person's live stream by clicking a button, and the stream will play on their channel or some such like that. Confusion. It's actually pretty fun. Thanks. I seem nice. Ah, I mean that. I'm glad you think so. And take your time. Yeah, it is. It's fun, but it is. It totally is. Why does one of her? Why does she? What? Okay. Oh no, that's a hair. I was like, why does she have? Hmm. Good. Then I have done my job. Mwahaha. I can't tell if her eyes are just black or not. I'm doing an art trade with someone, and I chose this character because I really liked her outfit, and I do. Welcome back, Positive Gecko. I think she has black eyes though, so I have to do some art fuckery to make that not look like. Well, no, it'll still look like black holes. That's the intention. I just have to do some art fuckery. That's all. Thanks. But I like the person that I like. I'm actually trading with 3 different people, but this is one specifically. And I like this guy's art because it's really, like, the lines are really harsh, but it looks really nice. And I don't know. That sounds like a really bad explanation, but whatever. I like it. Trying to think of how I can judge, because that's a word. I don't. You know what? That's like one of the only words I don't know how to spell because I can't even say it. Either way, I gotta try to think of something to jazz it up a little bit. I think. Still, I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. Right? I feel like that word's an onomatopoeia. Like, there's no actual real way to spell it. Like, for example, the sound of shattering glass. That is great. Uh, I mean, that word looks like somebody smashed their hand on a keyboard, but it works, right? You did. You definitely did your best. Yeah. You should. Also, how's that going, by the way? Again, if I had money. Because I saw that. I saw that when you posted it, and I wanted it, but, you know. Yeah. If you can't do art, you kind of can't. Are you sure, man? I ain't gonna complain, but at the same time, like, I feel like I would feel bad. And then I can be a selfish hoe and keep all of it. Be like, look, Pony, I did a thing. It's mine. Aw, well, thank you. Oh, wait, it's a coloring book. You can't do anything with that. Whatever. I'm gonna color it and just pester the piss out of you. Like, look what I did. I did a thing. That's it. Yeah. Just gonna be a selfish bitch. Just mine. Aw. Is it nap time? Because it sounds like nap time. Ah. So is her dress... Okay, so it is purple. That's great to know. Yep. Half-ass indeed. Hey, I got an eraser. That's what they're for. Yep, also me. It's like, I could have did this. I could have solved this by not doing this. Does it anyway? Yep. Or those times when you're like, that line needs to be thickened, so you color it, and then you realize that it looks dumb as hell thick like that, and you have to erase it anyway. But you're like, if I just thicken it again, if I just thicken it, it'll work. It'll work this time. Never does. I know that feel well. Or like when I start a project like this, and like I'll stop and save it for next week, and then I'll go back the next week and go, what the fuck did I do? What is all this? Why did I do that like that? What the fuck is wrong with me? That was me on Easter this year. That's why I try not to save projects for the next week. The only thing I can say that I have not done that to thus far would be when I figure out what I did with her. This one. She's not done, but I haven't done that to her yet, so. And I love her. Look at her face. Look at that face. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Ugh. Because I need another character, like I need a hole in the head. And my skull's pretty perforated already because of that. Thank you. Right? Like, fuck. It actually started with just that hair color, the hair color scheme, and I was like, I want to do contrast, but it has to be blue, because blue. Like all of good things. Like I wish I could show you the amount of characters that are actually on my computer, and it's just like every once in a while I'm like, oh my god, that would make a great character. I should make that. And then there's that voice, also James, my boyfriend, who goes, you don't need another one. And I'm just like, settle down there, Satan. I'm making another one. That's generally how that conversation goes. He's like, I can't stop you, but you know you have a problem. It's only a problem if I decide it's a problem. It's like I see all the time where people are like, I have this OC, but I don't want it anymore. Here, buy it from me. And I'm just like, I could never fathom doing that. Because I'm attached to all of my characters. Like, I would never have made it a character if I wasn't attached to it. So, like, the idea of people selling their OCs is just mind-boggling to me. Just like, how? How could you do that? What the hell is wrong with you? Why did I do that? Jesus. Did we not just have the conversation about erasing everything for 7 hours? Because I just did it. You do. Why is that a different color? What the hell? It's the fucking brush I'm using. Girl. Well, you gotta finish our art trade, and then I'll do that for you. Because I sent you mine when it was done. I just don't, I don't typically like to message people and be like, where's my shit? Because most of the time, it's considered rude. And I'm just like, it's been like months. What the fuck? I don't mean that again. I don't mean that for you. I just mean that in general. Because I have a tendency to be pretty impatient when it comes to stuff. If I don't know the situation. Well, yeah, I know. Your computer's being a jerk. What I meant there was, I'm an asshole is what I meant. That's why I never was like, Pony, where's my shit at? I know you got things to do. But at the same time, I don't like to do things with people I don't know, because the last time that I bought anything from a different artist, well, one of the times I bought something from an artist I didn't know, it was supposed to be a pair of chibis, like a couple chibis. Oh, we're not doing that, I guess. Anyway, she messaged me and was like, hey, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit blah blah blah, and I'm like, that's great, because you know, it's traditional artwork. I know how that goes. Traditional is for me anyway. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not wrong for myself, but you know, traditional takes a little bit longer. So I was willing to wait for that. No, you don't, unfortunately. If so, I would stick you on them, but no, this is some rando. And I paid for it, and she sent me a special. She's like, yeah, hey, you know, she asked me about their genders. She's like, I'm almost done, but what's their what genders do you want? Because I could have had male, male, female, female, male, female, etc. And I'm just like, that's a weird, that's a little bit weird. You're almost done, but you're only just now asking me about their genders. What? Like, I'm pretty skeptical at that. Skeptical, Jesus Christ, at this point, because really, how are you almost done, but you don't know what you don't know what genders I want? Like, at the same time, I'm pretty sure I said boyfriend when I asked you for them. That's a little dumb. Now, mind you, that was a week after I paid for it. 2 weeks go by, and I'm like, I still haven't heard anything. I'm watching this person. I've never seen anything come up with my name on it. What the fuck? So I message her, and she's like, yeah, I'm almost done. I'm like, okay, cool. 2 months, a month rolls by. A month and a half rolls by. 2 months rolls by. 2 months to the fucking day. And I message her, and I'm like, hey, you know, what's going on? You know, you said you were almost done, but I haven't seen anything, you know, just looking for an update. You know, I was real nice about it. At this point, I'm pissed, but I'm nice about it. She reads the message, but because it's DeviantArt, it's kind of like how on Facebook when somebody reads your message says, seen by blah, blah, blah. Well, DeviantArt does something similar. Instead of telling you when it was read, it will, when you send a message and they haven't opened it, it's bold. But when they've read it, it's no longer bold. So she read my message and chose to ignore me. I'm like, okay, bitch, I see you. I fucking see you. And I let that chick go. A couple more months roll by. I fucking messaged her again, this time a little more irritated. And she opens the message, reads it, and never responds. Now, mind you, at this point, like today, it's been a year and a half since I bought the shit from her. And I've still never seen it. But she's got all this time to be posting her ugly OCs. Now, I'm not saying it because I don't like her. I'm saying it because they're really not attractive in any way. I can find somebody's artwork attractive whether I like them or not. But this person's artwork is not attractive. And it used to be, or I would never have got the chibis in the first place. Or I'm sorry, wait, I never got them, so I never got them. But it's like she's purposely making her artwork nasty and it's not attractive. This is my OC. My OC looks like 5 different people's is. But it's original, right? Just so by this point, I'm irritated with this person and I'm just like, you know, it's not even worth it. I didn't pay that much for it, but that's not the point. The point is if you're gonna do commissions and stuff and all that type of shit, actually fucking do it. Don't just take people's money and skip the fuck out. And she's lucky I never bothered to call her out over it, because I could have. But I don't see anything happening other than art drama, and I'm too old for that. So. Yeah. I can't, and that's really the only time that's happened. Everyone else, any other artists that I've bought things from on there is pretty good about sending. Oh, it is raining. It's pretty good about sending whatever it is you bought. There's a few artists that I eventually want to get art from. Eventually. But ever since that chick, I'm extremely cautious about buying things from others on there. There's some great people on there. There's some shit people on there. Nah, it's alright. Don't worry about it, dear. It's one of those you win some, you lose some type of things. I'm not bothered at this point. But if anything, I say it for it to be a cautionary tale. Thank you. I wish there was a little bit more detail that I could put into this, but she doesn't really have any. And I'm just kind of like, well, I mean, I chose her because I liked her. I'm not gonna just not do anything, because that's fucked up. Hey! You do, and it's great. Vampiria. Welcome. I know you've been here before. You're here under your previous name, so I know who you are. And friggin' Battissimo. I'm glad to see that it works on YouTube, but that thing can be super obnoxious. So if it starts getting obnoxious, I will turn it off. I gotta say, I've had quite the experience since I stopped doing IMView crap. Like I'm not saying that like I don't do artwork for IMView. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't do repaints because I'm sick and tired of seeing ridiculous looking avatars and they're like, I want this, and it's 6 times different. Wow. It's just fucking different from what their avatar is, and it's just like, I can repaint out a lot of things, and I will paint out a lot of things, but I'm so sick and tired of seeing like the same 3 heads. The same 3 heads with ridiculous appendages, like that big ass fucking septum that's like 7 times bigger than the fucking face, and they're like, it's cute, and I'm like, no, go sit down. I don't do them anymore, and I always get people who ask, and I'm just like, no, like, I don't want to look at your avatar. That's not to say that everyone's avatar is disgusting, but that means like, I want to say 30% of the population on IMVU has an avatar that looks like half eaten shit. Now you should never eat shit. I'm just saying it looks like it. But they're like, it's my avatar, I love it. Hey TSG, what are you up to, man? But yeah, no. I refuse to do that anymore. I'm like, nope, if you want art from me, I will draw it. And if you don't like it, that's too damn bad. Exactly. That's exactly what I've been doing. Not that that makes anyone happier about it. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure my drawing is far better than your ugly avatar. Well, we don't really have much of a booty today. We got titties, though. This is also not my character. This is someone else's. But I get to love her and pet her and call her Babs, I guess. I don't know. Just sadness. How come? But yes, no. No one seems to be satisfied enough to pay the 25 I want for fucking drawing a half body. And I'm just like, but you would pay that much if I was repainting your garbage avatar. Logic. And I don't even charge that much for that. Actually, I think I do. Because if it's a half body. And I feel like 25 is pretty cheap for a half body. Unless I'm doing like something specific. Oh, she does sort of have a booty. But I kind of did like this generic pinup pose, which I like but don't like at the same time. So she kind of has the booty, but it's kind of not there at the same time. I do that too, but then you come across the ones like, what's her bucket? We both knew who I'm talking about. Who undersells you, and I don't like that crap. The only time I do that is if it's a friend. I should finish her face. See what I mean? She kind of has the booty, but it's also kind of not there. What the fuck? Oh, that's why. Mine do as well. And I'm also glad for that. Then it comes the dilemma of I can't tell if you're paying me that much because you like me or you generally like my artwork. Which that's I mean, that's not mutually exclusive, obviously. Hell yeah. I'm thankful for it too. It's like food. Gonna thin that out a little bit. Yeah, but it's at the same time you're just kind of like, here, take it. That always happens to me when I don't actually like what I'm doing, but they're like, oh my god, it's so great, and I'm like, I can't tell if you're lying to me or, because I'm sorry, that is the fucking worst. I saw an art piece today. Actually, I saw it yesterday, where the face is all types of small on the head and crooked, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, did you? What are you streaming, TSG? Yeah, me too. Me too. And I'm like 200% sure you know exactly what piece I'm talking about with the face that the face is too small for the head and it looks like Mondo crooked. And I don't know this artist personally, but I've seen her work before, and the piece that I'm talking about is a hell of a far cry that from what it should be. And it like to the point where I'm just like, you should kind of be ashamed of yourself. Ooh, you gotta let me. You gotta let me know, and I'll come watch you, Ming. And don't get me wrong, I really like the person who owns the piece. Like, I really like her. She is fun, and I've done art for her before. And I can't say that, you know, in comparison, mine's better, because it's not. But at the same time, I'm disappointed in seeing it. All right, hun. Well, I hope you have fun, and I want some of that damn cake, woman. If you wanna send me the coloring book on Facebook, I shall get to it. I'm not worried about Twitch. I've been on Twitch before. Bye, Pony. I love your face. No, I like Twitch. I don't use it much because it's mostly because I know that I have to start completely from scratch on there again. And my brain's like, I would rather die. So, but no, yeah, you can totally let me know, and I'll come and watch and hang out and such. And then we can spread the news of the booty gods together. Oh yes, very much so. I feel like I need to make something just for that. And just have like the booty god badge every time I do an artwork that has a big old booty. Booty god seal of approval. Now that's what I'll do. I'll figure out how to make a mixer group or whatever, and it'll be called the Booty Gods. Yes. That just sounds like fun to me. Oh, come on, you can do it. You'll get there, though. We've talked about this. Everyone says they're shitty in the beginning. Hell, I still say I'm shitty. Not that that gets me anywhere. Usually yelled at. But we're our own worst critic and all that jazz. So, I mean... Also, hold the fuck up. You're the one that drew the one picture in my Discord. I don't want to hear you talk about you're bad at it. I will slap your magnificent beard. I do too! We were like, look at that magnificent motherfucker. Talking about your bad. You try to draw. No, it wasn't. Oh, please. It certainly was not. I mean, unless you were trying to go for realism, but even still, it wasn't bad. You just think that you're wrong. I think that's always funny. It's always funny to me. Art schools make you go try for realism when that's just not a thing that everyone can do. I fucking can't. Mine is semi-realistic at best, and even with that, I kind of like what I've done to find my own style in the world. But we're always evolving and growing in things. And that's how it should be. You never want to stagnate. What is this song? I have those days too. I just, you know, play video games. I mean, I take inspiration from everything, no matter what it is. Video games, I don't know, the weather, a color, and even when there are days. Oh, come on now, that's baloney. But you know, even if it comes out bad, you're still practicing. You know, you're still working on whatever it is your art goal happens to be. You're still working toward it. You're still, you know, pushing yourself to practice and to more or less learn from it. Nobody wants to do that. That shit sucks. Ain't nobody got time for that, except for you do. If it's something you really want, you make time for it, like you make time for anything else in life. But even if it comes out bad, it's still muscle memory and such. I love how I'm sitting over here giving you a pep talk, like giving pep talk when I don't even practice my own shit. I'm just like, I don't want to draw today, so I'm just gonna do a thing. I had that the other day, to be honest. Aww. But then I consistently draw every day. Because if I don't, I can't sleep. Like that sounds super weird, but it's true. I've been doing this crid for so long that my body's like, what the fuck? You didn't do anything today. What the hell's wrong with you? And then I can't sleep until I at least sketch something. Nobody can say I don't have the work ethic, even though I can't necessarily touch my pen all the time. Like, that was last week. I had such a shooting pain go through the bones in my wrist that I couldn't even, like, touch my pen. Like, okay, so at the base of your hand, the heel of your palm, like, just where your hand meets your wrist, there's a bone. For example, I'm right-handed, so mine is in the left side of my wrist. Well, from years of drawing and things, that bone has kind of formed a callus over it. I am an addict, it's terrible. But that bone has kind of formed a callus over it, so it is kind of, it's definitely more pronounced on my right hand than it is on my left. And it's where my tablet, like, that's where my hand rests on the tablet. So there are times when that hurts so much, and I can't do anything about it. I hate it. Carpal tunnel sucks. But yes, I'm kind of addicted to drawing. I've been doing it for so many years and all that. And it's been a struggle. It's been a real struggle. Some days. Sometimes it's not so bad. But I also have days where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god, it's so cute. I don't know what the little stickery things are. Like, I saw what Andy posted and I saw what was posted in Art Treat about it. But I still have no idea, like, what the little stickery things are, other than they're adorable. Somebody posted what looks like a pork bun earlier, and I was just like, oh! Take your time. But of course. Oh yeah, that's awesome. What you working on? If I can be all nosy and shit. Alright, guys, I'm done for today. I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me while I worked on this. Oh my god, I can talk. Uh, if you'd like to follow me, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All links are in both descriptions below. If you are on YouTube, I'm also streaming to Mixer. If you are on Mixer, I'm also streaming to YouTube. So yes, both descriptions. I do have a merch shop. If that is something that interests you, you can find the link to that also in the descriptions below, as well as my DeviantArt page and everything else that you need to know about me and my artwork and such. Let's see, Tuesdays are always adopts. Fridays are for large arts like this. There are some days where I will stream Warframe because I play that a lot as well. So if that interests you, definitely follow me and make sure on YouTube you make sure you click the bell icon so you know that when I'm going live and all that jazz. Well, on that note, I will see you guys on Tuesday for random adopts and whatnot, and have a great weekend. Goodbye.